What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of JK Sports. Kevin Humphreys joining me as he does every episode. It's Jack Feldman. Jack, we're going to try and kick it up a notch this podcast and try and introduce some new segments. Some of them are going to work and be great. Others are going to completely flop. But as we try and grow this thing and get better at this thing, that's what's going to happen. So
Yes, sir.
without further ado, let's introduce our first segment. It's our best take going. So takes that we've had from previous podcasts and the ones that we think have aged the best. So Jack, I'm going to start with you.
Okay, so I haven't talked about this on the podcast necessarily, but my take is Will Hardy is the best coach in basketball, period. And we're seeing it tonight. They're up 30 against the Clippers.
Whew.
As of right now. Halftime, it's 78-47.
A team
So
that was
that's kinda
projected
nuts.
to win 30-something more games than the Jazz this season.
Yep. So, I mean, I think Will Hardy is honestly in the best position other than, I mean, the team's competing for the championship.
Right.
Will Hardy has a young team with guys that will listen to him. And that's all a coach wants in a team. He wants to be heard. He wants to be able to change these guys' lives, both on the court and off the court. And I think that's Will Hardy, honestly, because the Jazz even posted, like, cooking with the coach. And they go over to Will Hardy's house and they just cook some food together. They cook burgers. And then they get on the court. Game one, I mean, I'm not trying to over-exaggerate how good the Jazz are going to be this year. I still don't think they make the playoffs. But they look like a team this year for, like, the first time since Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert.
Right.
And so that all goes back to Will Hardy, the preparation, the offseason that the Jazz have had. And it's fun to watch because the Jazz Nation hasn't had this in years since COVID,
Right.
really.
Yeah, really.
And so that's kind of my take right now. Will Hardy is the best coach in basketball.
Dude, I love it. I mean, give him a roster full of guys that can actually play NBA basketball. Like, I mean, you got Lauri Markkanen, Walker Kessler, Keontae George is in his third season. Like, this young core that the Jazz are building, they're I mean, at some point you're not a young core anymore, and you're full of guys that are ready to win NBA basketball games. And whenever Will Hardy has the chance, whether it's in Utah or if it's someplace else, like I think that's a great take. The Jazz are gonna surprise some people, and they're super fun to watch. Like, even when they've been bad, like, they play a fun, exciting style of basketball, and it goes back to the coach. Like, it's not see a lot of young teams where they don't ever share the ball. It's just ISO. It's just give it to your young rookie phenom who's supposed to be the face of the franchise. But with the Jazz, it wasn't like that. They were still trying to play like, real basketball, which is something that you can't say for a lot of other teams that are rebuilding in the NBA. Jack, I'm gonna go with my take. Very, very early returns on this one. It's that DeAndre Ayton and Kevin Durant are not winning basketball players anymore. And all I have to do is call a timeout with no timeouts left at the end of a critical game, miss some critical free throws, get completely locked down by guys who just try harder than you. Like, I know Lou Dort's the best defender in the NBA, but guess what? Like, and this has nothing to do with what I think Kevin Durant is all time. I just think current, present moment, this is my take on him, is that he just isn't a winning player because, like, as long as you give effort and intensity on defense, he doesn't want to fight for position. He doesn't want to expend all that effort trying to get open. Like, if he's open, he's going to make it because he's Kevin Durant. But the peak, like, create everything for you on offense, Kevin Durant, that's not the guy anymore. DeAndre Ayton, we're one game into the season, and Chuck and Kenny and Shaq are all calling him out for being soft again. It's a tale as old as time. the if there was ever a game where he was supposed to be dominating, it's against a Warriors team where like they don't play anyone over 6'7", but he's just not dominating. That guy only exists when Chris Paul is his point guard, I think. So early returns are good on that. Obviously, that take's going to go up and down because Ayton's for sure going to have games where he has 25 and 12 this season, and Durant's going to have 40 pieces, and I'm going to look like an idiot, but I'm going to hold true to this take for now.
Honestly, I respect it because, and you know what you're talking about because at the end of the day, you watch DeAndre Ayton religiously for 5 years. You saw him.
It was it was not a religious experience.
But it was religiously.
It was religiously.
And so I can't disagree with you there just because, like, you know this story and you know it too well. With Kevin Durant, I don't know whether or not I can buy into that because it just, I don't know. Kevin Durant's the mystery now. Yeah. I think he truly is a mystery in the NBA because you've seen him in OKC. He's a bum. No, for sure. For sure. I'm not saying that you are, but I mean, we saw him absolutely dominate, want the ball, want that position while he was in OKC, while he was at the Warriors, when even at the Nets. I mean, he was the guy. He was the guy. Yeah. And then he comes to the Suns. He goes to the Rockets. I mean, again, it's been one game. Maybe they need to figure out how to use him more effectively because, in all honesty, this Hall of Famer type guy and Kevin Durant needs to shoot the ball more than one time in fourth quarter and the first overtime.
Yeah.
And so that's why I can't buy into this.
Commit the game-losing foul.
Yes. Yes. Because that's just the guy that you're paying is not the guy you got last night in the fourth quarter.
Right.
And in overtime. The guy you paid for showed up in the first half. For sure.
Right.
But I'm really, really interested in how this Rockets team forms around Kevin Durant, but as well as their young pieces, because this young core also wants the ball in their hands.
Yeah. And with that, I know you have something on this young core. We're going to get into our next segment, the early bird gets a worm. And so this is, a take that we're trying to be early on. So Jack, I'm teeing it up for you. What are you seeing that put on your future vision goggles for a second and tell us what's going to happen in the future before it actually happens?
Yeah, so I mean I watched the Thunder Rockets game last night. And so I mean I'm trying to get as early as you can, but if you watched the game last night, it seemed like the ball was in Sengun's hand every single time down.
Yep.
And that's what people thought Kevin Durant was. But legitimately, Sengun had the ball. He touched the ball every time they were on offense. And so my early bird prediction is that Sengun truly is the number one option for this Rockets team this season and for however long he's wearing this Houston uniform. Because I mean, you saw it yesterday. He filled up the stat sheet. He is going to be the almost Jokic for this team. Everything runs through Sengun. And as you get the ball to Sengun, other guys get open. Amen Thompson cuts. KD's at the 15-footer at the three-point line. Reed Shepherd's ready to catch and shoot. I mean, everything's going to revolve around how Sengun sees the floor. And so that's my early bird prediction is Sengun truly is going to be the option one. And
he's their point guard, honestly.
He really is. Especially with Fred out, I think Sengun's going to be running this offense. And it's going to be interesting because I haven't really thought of that with Kevin Durant on an offense other than the Warriors.
Right, yeah, it's crazy. I think, it's obviously going to be matchup dependent. With Jalen Williams out, I really want to know if they would put Jalen on KD and put Dort on Sengun in the future. Just because I think Dort would probably be able to slow down Sengun a little bit better just because he's so solid. Like his legs are just massive. He's a linebacker playing basketball. And so, interested to see it because they were playing like Caruso on him, so obviously like that was a matchup you had to attack with the size advantage. Um, and so I'm interested to see going forward if if that's how teams play. Durant is they just pressure him 40 feet from the basket and try not to let him get any shots, and then just say, "Hey, Sengun and Amen Thompson, like go knock yourselves out." And if that's a winning formula for Houston, then this team's going to be awesome. And if it's not a winning formula for Houston, then they didn't put all their assets in on Kevin Durant, but they definitely could have hunted a bigger fish this offseason and didn't.
Oh, I definitely agree, and I'm just excited for all these question marks to unfold.
Right.
And this is one team that I'm really excited to look at and watch, which is
Right.
probably the first time I've ever said that about a Rockets team.
Yeah, no more Daryl Morley ball, thank goodness.
Nope. And no more James Harden ball either for the
Oh,
Houston team.
thank goodness.
So I'm excited to see this Rockets team. I'm excited to see young cores and just this new. I feel like it's just a new generation of NBA basketball, which is exciting.
It's awesome. Speaking of the new generation, I'll get into my early bird take, which is, and this team, I don't think it's a young core anymore. I think this team has graduated from young core. The Orlando Magic with Paulo Banchero and Franz Wagner. I think so. So here's my take. I think this team is going to be the next Boston Celtics in multiple ways. One, they're just always going to be searching for a point guard that can figure out how to get everyone the ball. The Celtics went through that for, it felt like, a decade. They had Kyrie and Kemba and Derek White and Terry Rozier. Like, they had a lot of them and a lot of decent ones, but it just never clicked. And the other thing is, Paulo and Franz feel very Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brownish to me. Like, I think we're gonna get to the point where I watched them beat the Heat tonight. Like, Franz was initiating a lot of the offense. Like, he's really their point guard. Like, he's the guy. I think him and Bane are gonna be the guys mostly like holding the ball at the top of the key, getting everyone running around the sets. And then Paulo's gonna be the finisher. But like, to me, like, Paulo kind of falls into the Tatum where it's like, guess what, Paulo? You have Franz, Desmond Bane, and Suggs on your team right now. In the clutch, you don't need to be like going to like 18 feet, pump faking and shooting fall away jumpers. Like, and it's kind of the same thing with Tatum where it's like his just bad shot, like bad shooting decisions. Like, Tatum's a great player, but the knock on him has always been shot selection. And I think that's how it's going to be with Paulo too. Like, the shot selection is going to kill the Magic, and we're gonna have a 5 year long debate about who the best wing on the Magic is going forward, because Franz looks like the dude and Paulo is the dude as well. So that there's gonna be a lot of, well, whose team is it in Orlando? So that's my kind of like early bird take is, for the next 5 years, starting this season, you're gonna be in Franz camp and you're gonna be in Paulo camp. And for me, I'm gonna stick my flag in the Franz camp.
I
Why?
love it.
Pretty simple. He wears Devin Booker's shoes, so obviously have to give my guy respect. And two, I just love the way he plays because I feel like he's not hunting. I feel like he doesn't hunt shots the same way. I feel like he's more of like a true like a diverse player where he can pass, shoot, score. Like, he's kind of more malleable, and those are my favorite players, not necessarily the guys who are getting 30 every night. So I'll plant my flag in the Franz Wagner is the Magic's best player, but that doesn't mean Paulo Banchero isn't the closer, because he absolutely is.
This is a great take because you see you do see flashes of Celtic in this Magic type team because I mean, we had the same conversation with Tatum and Brown, and we continue to still have this discussion with those two. And so
Even
I think
after
it's
they
gonna
win a championship.
right. And so I can't wait to see my prediction come to fruition and see the Magic in the finals.
Let's go.
We're still debating this this whole topic. But I do like this Magic team, and I will say that the Devin Booker shoes are the best shoes that I've worn personally as well on the court. So
let's go.
I also will put my flag in the Franz Wagner camp because, like you said, I mean, he's just he's the all-around type guy.
Okay.
And that's what you need. That's what you need for a team to do anything in the playoffs is that glue guy. And I feel like Franz Wagner is the most talented glue guy in the NBA.
100%.
Yeah. And they're going to score. They're going to score a lot of points. I mean, Boncaro, Wagner, and Bane combined it for 71 tonight. And so you're going to see points from this team. You're going to see a lot of fun stuff, especially with Desmond Bane joining. So
can't wait.
I wish I had this take because that's a good one.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Before we get going on previewing things, we still have a few more things to recap in what we're going to call the rundown. We're just going to quick hit a few topics. Jack, we're going to start with baseball. You know, it was a few days ago, but the Blue Jays beat the Mariners in a classic Game 7 where George Springer hit a game-winning home run late in the game. Awesome moment, especially in Toronto. I was pulling for the Mariners, so I was sad, but looking forward to the World Series. So I have a question for you. Are you anti-American or are you anti-baseball? Where do your allegiances fall for this World Series?
Go Blue Jays. That's all I'll say.
Okay,
go Blue
let's
Jays.
go. Me too. I think, look, I can't cheer for the Dodgers. Division rival for one. I mean, you see, I'm still clinging on to my one World Series appearance in the last 20 years as a Diamondbacks fan. So, hate the Dodgers. I'm definitely anti-American and cheering for the Canadian baseball team as well.
Yep. Can't be cheering for no LA teams.
Definitely not. Next up, the Lions dominated the Buccaneers on Monday Night Football, Jack. Are the Lions the cream of the crop in the NFC right now?
I have no idea. Every time I say the Lions are the best team in the NFL, they go out and lose. And so they are. They really are. I mean,
yeah.
It doesn't get better than the Lions. The Lions have the best offense in the NFL, in my opinion. The most talent they have from top to bottom. I mean, you have to defend everybody on that offense.
They're so good.
So yes, they are the cream of the crop.
Okay, and the defense showed out. Aiden Hutchinson,
so good.
Is easily one of the top 5 players in the NFL on defense. So hopefully he can stay healthy this entire year, and we get a healthy Lions team in the playoffs. Because right now, as far as the NFC goes, I think you're taking them to go to the Super Bowl. They're another team that we thought was the cream of the crop. Jack, we'll get to the podcast game, the JK Sports game. The Packers beat Arizona 27-23. If you haven't been following the Cardinals, they're 2-5. Their three of their losses have come on game-winning field goals for the other team. They've all been leading or tied in those games. And then Kyler Murray got injured. And so then what happens is they've lost their last 2 in the red zone trying to score a touchdown to win. So just absolutely devastating for me personally as a Cardinals fan. It's like, when you go to your grandma's house and she has the bad candy in the bowl. But you have to eat it for if you want her to put in some good candy. And that's what I'm doing. I just keep reaching into that
It's
bowl
true.
and eating the bad candy over and over again, Jack. I can't stop eating the bad candy. And guess what? Grandma keeps putting more bad candy in the bowl. Like, it's all stale 20 years ago. Somehow she just never runs out of 20-year-old candy. It's the worst.
Yes, it is. But the silver lining is Jacoby Brissett outplayed Jordan Love in this game by a large margin, in my opinion.
Right.
And so it really does come down to health for the Cardinals. But at the same time, like, is this the silver lining? Is this
Jacoby's better.
is this Brissett's chance to have a starting role in the NFL for essentially the first time in his career? Probably not, because Kyler Murray, just from the name. But I mean, it all goes back to James Conner getting hurt, and then
Yep.
Trey Benson, and now Marvin Harrison. And so it's just a terrible time to be a Cardinal fan, but also as a Packer fan, you are not happy one bit with this win against the Cardinals.
So for me, the only time I ever thought the Cardinals had a real chance was when we scored the touchdown right before halftime. Before you guys got the end of half field goal, I was like, oh my gosh, the Cardinals might actually win this game. Going to halftime with a double-digit lead, like, that would be awesome. And then after they forced the Packers to 3-and-out on the first drive of the second half, I was like, okay, we go down and score here, like, Packers will come back, but we still have it, like, hopefully we'll have built up enough of a lead. The Cardinals have only forced 2 punts in their last 3 games in the fourth quarter, so that tells you all you need to know about how bad the Cardinals defense is. And but no, they got a strip sack. Micah Parsons looked like the best player in the NFL on Sunday, and
Finally.
it was brutal for me, Jack. But happy for you. But at the same time, like, you gotta. Packers are not the team we thought they were gonna be heading into the season.
They're 4-1-1, but they're the worst 4-1-1 team in the history of the NFL.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but I understand the pessimism. It's
so
hard to be.
frustrating.
Yeah, it's hard to be a Packers fan. It's even worse being a Cardinals fan. So,
True.
other thing that we'll get into, NBA opening night was last night. Saw the Rockets and Thunder, Warriors and Lakers. Any takeaways from any of those 4 teams that really stood out to you?
I mean, I hit on it. Sengun being the option one, KD only shooting 1 time in the fourth quarter and first overtime. I really like this Warriors team. I really think they're going to be a lot of fun to watch.
So much fun.
I love the old team. I mean, I talked about how fun it's going to be to see this new generation of basketball and these new players, but you can never go wrong watching Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, and just all those dogs going out there and beating up on a Lakers team. So I love the Warriors this year. I'll keep watching their games just because how fun Steph Curry is to watch. And then just the dog in Jimmy Butler
Oh,
will
love Jimmy.
always get me going. So
Yeah, I thought Luka looked really good offensively,
Luka's good, dude.
and which is like, wow, like great observation, Kevin. But just like the way he was moving, I think it's the best he's looked in years, honestly. Like
Easily.
he looks fresh. He looks felt. No, I wouldn't say he's not skinny, but he looks svelte. Like he looks like he moves a lot better. He's never going to be a great defender, but like he was actually like competing. Usually it's just a layup line with whoever Luka guards. So if you were looking to see positive signs from Luka early on, you saw him, but this Lakers team doesn't play a lick of defense, so Just watch those overs fly in all season because it's gonna be a ton of fun to watch. Hopefully the Lakers lose more than they win, obviously, but should be fun. To kind of wrap up, Jack, kind of a lighter college football and NFL weekend, but we're just gonna do a quick pick 'em real quick. We'll start with Missouri Vandy, kind of the we'll call this the Midwest SEC game. You know, Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, and Missouri. Who you got winning this one?
I'm gonna keep running with Vanderbilt.
Love it.
I love this team, and I can't believe I'm still picking Vanderbilt in football. But I've never been high on this Missouri team this year. I've watched a few of their games. I haven't been super impressed. They've gotten the wins, but not in a convincing manner. Nor against a great team, in my opinion. And so I'm just gonna keep riding with Vanderbilt.
Love it. Diego over Bo Pabula. It's as simple as that for me. I think it's going to be a good game. I think they play very similar styles. It's going to be a physical game. But give me Diego over Bo Pabula and Missouri. We got kind of a G5, not a de facto playoff game, but honestly two of the best teams in the G5, USF, Memphis, Jack. Memphis got beat by Ryder Burton last week. Not sure if you saw that one, but who do you got in this game?
I'm gonna go with South Florida to take care of business on the road. It's gonna be a tough one, but I think South Florida is gonna be the best G5 team this year. I think they're gonna get the G5 spot, and it's gonna start and really end this week. So if they win against Memphis, I think they're gonna win out, and South Florida is gonna be in the college football playoffs.
Yeah, I love Byron Brown. I kind of like Memphis though. I think this unfortunately for the American, I think like every good team is gonna finish like 10-2 this year just because all the teams at the top are really good. Hopefully that means one of them still gets in, like Tulane
Hopefully.
or USF or Memphis. Like one of these teams deserves to be in. If we get like no offense to James Madison or Boise, but like your conference stinks. And so if you go 11-1, like I just don't think you're that. I don't think you're that good. But I'm gonna go Memphis. I'm gonna say Memphis begins the American war. Wow, that's
Chaos.
historic.
American War.
Yeah, the American War. Next game, Ole Miss, Oklahoma. Oklahoma's favored by quite a bit. I think the line I saw was 4.5. Not sure if that's moved since I've last seen it. Are you taking Ole Miss to win this one, Jack? Or are you riding with the Sooners?
I really like this Ole Miss team, and I would, if I was a betting man, I would pick Ole Miss money line, just because of the
Love it.
value there. Because I think Ole Miss is the better team overall. They are playing on the road, but it's at 10 a.m. as well, Mountain Time. So
Oof.
it's I don't know. I think Ole Miss is going to bounce back after a tough battle with Georgia last week, but at the end of the day, I think Ole Miss is just the better team, and the better team is going to come out victorious.
Does Ole Miss actually force a defensive stop this game?
Probably not, but they're also going to put up 45. So
Okay. Wow. All right. I'll go. I'm gonna go with Oklahoma. I think they'll be able to do just enough to squeak out like a 28-24 win in this one. Jack, maybe I think this might be the best game of the day, and people don't know it. ASU versus Houston. ASU's without Jordan Tyson. Not sure if you saw that come in today.
I did not see that.
They're without Jordan Tyson, so I want ASU to win real bad, Jack, but I kind of think Houston is going to go 2-0 against the Arizona teams. I think they're going to end ASU's season here, unfortunately.
I was honestly leaning the same way. I thought Houston was at home as well, but
Yeah.
they're playing in ASU at ASU.
Mm.
Um, this is such a coin flip game though, especially with Tyson. If Tyson was playing, it's ASU all day for me.
Yeah.
But with Tyson out, I still think Sam Levitt's gonna find a way to win at home
Okay.
with the season really on the line. I mean, they
Yeah.
got to win out, and so I
This
think
is
Sam Levitt's
this
gonna
is their
find a way
best.
to win.
This is the best team left on their schedule.
hmm
So
I think they figure out a way. I think they figure out a way.
Kenny Dillingham's gonna. I mean, death taxes and Sam Levitt driving to win the game with at the end of the game. Like that's what we know and love. I don't know if he can do it without Jordan Tyson. That's why I'm backing Houston on this one.
That's fair.
The last game for the college slate, A&M LSU, go.
Give me the upset. I think this is going to be the upset of the year, and I think LSU is going to play spoiler. I truly do think that LSU is going to play spoiler to this Texas A&M Aggies team
Dang
that
it,
is
Jack.
undefeated. And you have the same thing.
Yes, I had the same thing. Oh my gosh, I was so ready to
Sorry,
go
dude.
on this big old thing about how LSU's backs are against the wall. Brian Kelly's pseudo coaching for his job / maybe a future job at Penn State or someplace else. Gosh dang it, Jack. Yes, LSU wins this game. They stop Texas A&M's offense. The first time anyone does it this entire season. They went on a game-winning field goal. That's my prediction. It's going to be a fun one either way. This might be our take that ages very poorly because Texas A&M could easily win this game by 25, and we look like idiots at the end of this one. But yeah,
It's true.
gosh dang it, Jack. Gosh dang
Dude,
it.
the one we actually picked together is the one that we don't want to pick together.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I was stole my thunder. Gosh dang it, Jack. NFL,
brother.
Chicago, Baltimore. Like, honestly, I have no idea what we're going to see in this game. I think Lamar's going to be healthy. Bears have won their last 3 games. This is it for the Ravens season.
It's true. I said the Bears were gonna be the best 0 whatever team they were at the start of the season. 0-2, I think they were, and now they're 4-2. And so the Bears are looking good. I think they're gonna beat the Ravens, and I think the Ravens go 1-6, and they're gonna be in even more of a panic mode than they already are. I think Derrick Henry is old. I think Lamar Jackson's still not 100%. And I think the Bears are playing the best football that they've played all season. So give me the Bears.
Give me the Ravens. Lamar just too good.
Too much.
I know they lost to the Lions this year, but he wins like 80 to 90% of his games against the NFC just because no one's ready for his speed. So give me Baltimore. Thursday Night Football, Jack. We got Minnesota versus the Chargers. This is huge for me because it's basically my entire fantasy team. But I think see, here's the thing. Like, I thought both these teams were Super Bowl contenders, and now I don't think that anymore. Also, not now, but we need to have a conversation about Justin Herbert. I mean, he is bad in the red zone. Give me Minnesota. Justin Herbert's on his way to being the next Carson Wentz. You heard it here first.
Give me the Chargers because Justin Herbert's going to hear this podcast and prove you wrong.
I love it. I love it. Does Philadelphia get revenge against the Giants? Last one.
Yes. I think the Giants have been a lot of fun this year. It's been fun to be a part of the rookie team and Dart and Scatterboo, but I think the Eagles are finding a way. They looked really good last week. In my opinion, the offense looked great.
And so it's going to be too much for this Giants defense. The Eagles are playing at home. It's going to be the Eagles for me pretty convincingly.
Yeah, I don't think they let their foot off the gas. I think this is Eagles by a lot. I think this
Mhm.
is Eagles by a lot, and they're going to be the one team that we put back in the conversation with the Lions at the end of this week. But for me, it's the Lions, and then it's everyone else. Going forward,
It's it's crazy with the Eagles is everyone's like, "Oh, what happened to the Eagles?" But they're 5-2. Like
right?
that's it's crazy to me to think of like, holy cow, like we are making it sound like the Eagles have fallen off a cliff.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, they lost two in a row, but they're 5-2 this year. So go Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly.
All right, Jack. That does it for another
Shaquille O'Neal with the
episode.
Hawks.
Exactly. Uh, that does it for another episode of JK Sports. Thank you guys for watching. Follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you guys get podcasts. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Been putting out a lot more content recently, and hope to do more of that in the future. You guys really seem to like our BYU and Arizona State takes, so try and give you more of those takes coming forward. So with that, we'll see you guys next time.
Go Jazz.